right, so we will be using D2L for our course. So I just want to give you an overview on how everything works and how I'm going to be teaching from it. So obviously to access D2L is hopefully you must know that by now to get to this video, but you're just typing in student.ddsb.ca and then you'll see right here it's D2L Brightspace. Some of your classes are going to be using Moodle, some are going to be using D2L, and some are going to be using Google Classroom. I like D2L just for art because I just find it easier to organize and upload photos, and I find it way better, and I've been using it for years. So you're going to click on D2L. Now, when you get to D2L, you're already enrolled in the class. Everything's all set up to go, so you don't need a code. Now, while I'm making this video, I'm still in August. So while I'm making this video, I don't even really know exactly what my courses are yet. So I'm just using some old courses just to kind of show you how it's going to work. So just bear with me. So you're already enrolled in your courses. You'll see my class listed there, but I'm just going to use one from a previous year just so you get the idea about what we're doing. And as you can see, everything's a bit slow. All right, so I'm using an old class. So when you get to a front page, there's a few things that you're going to notice. So on the front page, you're going to see that there's an announcement bar. There's also a link to Google Meet, which is how we will meet virtually for scheduled meetings in case that for the days that you're not in class. And also there's a calendar here that's going to tell you when your assignments are due and what we're doing. So for your announcements, so every day I will post here so it's really clear on what's expected of you on certain days. Okay, so some of you, and again, some of you are going to be in class with me, some days you're going to be home, some days you're going to be online in the afternoon. So I'm going to make sure that it's very clear for you on this announcement page what's going on and what's expected of you. Okay, so that's our front page. So I will do another thing on how to use Google Meet, but really simply, for Google Meet, all you have to do is click on here, and this is a copy. You just copy and paste this to join our class, but that would be for virtual scheduled meetings. And again, this is our calendar. Okay, now so that's our home page. Let's go into content. So I will be teaching from D2L if you're in class and when you're in class with me, and also when the days that you're not in class with me or if you're learning online, everything is posted on here. So what I'm going to do is I've got all of our units all listed here. So let's start with some of our units. When I'm doing any of our units, what I've done is I've separated here everything here, and again this is incomplete, but by the time hopefully you see it, it'll be all ready to go. I will have links to the PowerPoints that I'm giving so I can teach live from that, and also I will have recorded videos of the same thing while I'm teaching it, just in case that you're away or you want to watch it again. But everything will be here. So everything is laid out for you, and that's all going to be in the different units. Now, something else and how we're going to use. So this is all the course information, and I'm going to go through all that with you, but if you want to look at it again. For digital portfolios, we will be handing everything in through D2L through digital portfolios. And in this key here, I will have my sample digital portfolio. And again, I'll talk more into this about what your portfolio will look like. And a digital portfolio, if you haven't done one with me yet, is just like your own website where you get to post all of your own art. But I will do a whole lesson on that. Also, when everybody has submitted their digital portfolios, everyone in your class, I will put a link there so we can see what everybody else is doing in their class. For your black book, and if I haven't taught you before, a black book is just a sketchbook. We will be using your sketchbook, but here I've listed a bunch of stuff that you can do for fun in case that you want to do extra stuff above and beyond in class in your sketchbook. Here, how to, I've linked a whole bunch of stuff, just little tutorials on things, just in case you forget how to do stuff. So every time that I do any sort of lesson, I will go through absolutely every step and everything that you need to know to complete that lesson. However, while you're in the middle of the lesson, there's so much to remember. So maybe there's little things that you forget. So if you forget, oh shoot, how do I save an image on my Chromebook? It's there for you. How do I use Google Meet again? It's on there for you. So anytime that you're really stuck, if you just can't remember what those keys are or what you need to do, I'll have everything here for you, just how to in the drop down menu. Okay. Um, So that's pretty much it. Those are all our units, and I will have everything filled out there for you. We will have some discussions. There'll be some times where maybe that you're not in class with me, or we're teaching virtually, or you want to talk amongst each other. So here is a discussions, and I will always, again, I'll do a whole lesson on discussions, but here everything is where you can post and you can chat not only with me, but you can also chat with your classmates. There's an assignment button here. So again, I will go through more in detail how to hand in your assignments, but there's only two ways that you're going to submit assignments. And a few times I will actually get you to hand in an assignment right on D2L. If I'll say, you know, hand in a written assignment, well, I will do written assignment, but maybe you have to upload a photo and I will mark it and you hand it in right here. Most times, you will hand in things on your website or your digital portfolio, and I will have the assignment here and I'll just put a mark here for you. Okay. We may have some online quizzes, not very many, but here and there. But quizzes are all marked here, and you'll be able to see what your quizzes are and what your mark is. I'm just going to switch to the student view here. Now, one button that we're not using, which I find is kind of confusing sometimes, it says My Portfolio. And I don't want you to confuse that with your digital portfolio. This My Portfolio button is if, say, you've got a bunch of classes that you're taking on D2L and you've completed it, it'll just sort of show you all your assignments and on all the classes that you've completed on D2L. So we are not using this button, and I just want to make sure that it's clear that this is not your digital portfolio. It really has nothing to do with this class, okay? Now, one thing you can do is you can click on your class list and you can see everybody that's in your class. Now, you can communicate with students. So again, this is not our class. This is an old class, but you will be able to send them an email. And I'm going to show you how to just discuss with people. When you want to communicate with me, your parents can email me directly, but students should not be emailing me through regular email, but you can send me a message on here. So I will see any message alerts that come on here. So if I go onto a class list, I can send a message to one of the students, or you can send a message to me by just hitting this and put send an email. So if you have a question on something or you want to know anything at all, just send me a message and I can respond to it as soon as I can. I just want you to keep in mind is that during the days in the morning, I might be teaching a class and while you're at home. So I will be on the computer as much as possible. So I will try and respond in real time, but there's sometimes that I'm actually not going to be able to get to the computer, but I will get it as fast as possible. Okay. Now, one of the neat things here is that you can access grades. So I'm just going to click on here. And again, these grades are just meant for another class. This is incomplete. But at all points, so whether you hand in an assignment directly on D2L or not, or whether it's on your digital portfolio, I will I will mark everything on here. So ideally, at all points, you should be able to see as soon as you hand in an assignment very quickly what your grade is on any of those assignments. Okay, what I will do as well is if we have a midterm mark or there will be a midterm overall mark, I'll actually post grade item. It'll be midterm mark and I'll tell you what your mark is at the midterm. And then your final mark, I will put a grade item final mark and it'll tell you what your mark is. So these are all going to be what your marks are. So it'll give you a rough idea at any time like what your overall grade is, but it won't be exact. But at least you know kind of where you stand and what you need to hand in. Okay, so obviously I'm not doing very well. I got zeros on everything. So but that's how the D2L works. Okay, so we will be working from this all the time. But again, the most important thing to do is always look on your front page and every day, whether you are working, be in class with me or the days that you're at home, or if you are virtually working with me in the afternoon, I will always post clearly all the instructions on there.